going to start championship on 8. Do you want us to go to 10 instead?
I think it's just fermenting. Yeah, so definitely come back. They'll start finals at 4:30, 15 minutes.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not on that.
Are you a wrestler? Oh, okay. Hey, can I?
We are on.
We're on now?
Ike Anderson
We're
and
live
Chris
again?
Kali here again.
Again?
And we are covering the FILA Cadet Finals at the University of Akron. And these kids here that win this, what do they do, Ike?
Oh, right. These kids are going to be on the Cadet World Team. And one official is still holding things up here. So we just moved from the university over to the cadets. This is the... Are we out? We're out.
Give me a second. Hang on, guys.
Hang on.
Oh. Wonderful to have problems last second.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I got an issue here, guys. This is not what it is supposed to be doing. Give me a minute.
We have technical difficulty. These boys are going to be stars, so. His dad's over here like. Hey, we're going to try to make you famous.
Well, I hope not. I hope so. Like, I already assigned the referee and the judge to the next one. I'm not sure.
I don't know why we just didn't bring them over there. Oh, honey. You knew that?
Well, we were kind of wondering.
I want you to get Harry Lester. He said he's going to take care of me. Who, Harry?
Okay, there you go.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for this match here. The FILA Cadets final championship match here at the University of Akron. And we have right now, we have Dalton Roberts and we have Tanner Cox.
Oh.
That's all right, Ike. We're working on it. We just got her started. Things are rolling again.
Oh,
in this 39 to 42 kilo weight class.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty there. We're in the small boys weight class. Oh, these are cadets, not schoolboys. Cadets. Most of these kids were schoolboys last year, correct? Probably.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, especially in the lower weights. So again, these young men, two young men here are battling to see which one may represent the U.S. at the Cadet World Championships in August in Azerbaijan. And the second place guy has an opportunity to go to the Cadet Pan Am Championships later in July. And that one's in South America, Guatemala.
Now that's Dalton Roberts has scored right now. He is in the red from Michigan. Tanner Cox is from Utah. It's a little bit different than the university level. We got some smaller kids, a different makeup, but they're moving pretty well.
Yeah.
Still doing the same things, fighting for that inside control. But these are some of the things that you can be commenting on here, right? To see, to see these kids, and they're going to watch some of this later on, or if they see something like this, you can straighten them out of the things that did wrong.
Yeah. Well, here, probably especially at the lighter weights, we're going to see where they're going to keep wrestling all the way through. Yeah, they won't have great positioning sometimes, but most of them keep wrestling. And we have the red wrestler here with a nice little tight headlock, pinch headlock here, and he's got like 28 seconds. Oh, blue wrestler's trying to get off his back. I don't know, it's pretty tight. Referee's giving him all the benefit of the doubt, and I like that here because it's in the championship. This is the right for one of them to be on the team, the Cadet World team, and the blue wrestler did a great job getting off his back.
You got 7 seconds to go.
No, that's it because the score is
that's 7-0.
fall.
And that is Dalton Roberts from Michigan winning that first period.
Yeah.
Got a takedown and a turn, and then a
headlock.
Caught him for the headlock. These kids travel a long way to be here. I mean, Utah, you're talking, some travel time, probably taken out of school unless they're out already for the summer.
Yeah. But it is a chance, It's a really nice chance for them to represent the U.S. at the Cadet World Championship. And this is where it all starts for these kids, the one who wants to someday wrestle in the Olympics, be a world champion. So.
Nice duck to a bear hug right here.
Yeah.
Now he's going to try for a little bit of a turn here. He got 2. And he got 1 for the takedown, and now he's getting back. He's got a control on that trapped arm gut.
Yeah, he's up 4-0 now. But as you're going to see here, especially with these younger ones down in the lower weight, he won't stop scoring. I think he's going to go back in there. And
yep, he dives right back in under that underhook. And pushing him around the mat.
Which I like seeing at the younger age. You got to keep scoring.
So if you were in the corner, right, can you be telling him to keep scoring, right, even though he's above?
No, if I was in the score but he just won.
Yep.
I would tell him to keep scoring, but make sure we're under control. And he did a good job. He was controlling the action there. He wasn't putting himself in any danger. So.
Well, we have an injury here, and while we're on break time here, you were talking about the Pan Am Games?
Yeah, the Cadet Pan Am Championships, they're called, the game. Championships will be held in July. I think it's Guatemala, I'm not quite sure. But the second place guy has the right to go on that trip. So he gets first choice, and then it goes down to the third place. Actually, the whole system is
doing that again. It's frozen.
If the champion wins, he would, if he doesn't want to go to the Cadet World Championships, we will go down to the second place guy, third place guy.
Okay.
Where's that other cable?
So
now, as they're doing that and you go through that, these kids have a lot of different opportunities. Now, some of these are FILA cadets that could be junior level wrestlers at the Fargo level when they go to Fargo.
Correct. FILA Cadet is the FILA organization, the International Wrestling Organization. Their age category is 14 to 17. And for Fargo, our cadet age group is a different. And so some of these kids that are wrestling here will actually this summer be wrestling in the junior division in Fargo.
Right. That's what I thought. I know I had a lot of calls, and they were asking me, they were confused at the dates that they had on there. And I explained to them that if you could be a FILA cadet because it's a FILA tournament, in a regular junior or cadet tournament, some of these kids could be juniors at that level, and that wouldn't qualify them to go to Fargo as a junior on their national team.
Yep.
Just stay zoomed out. If you have to, move it, but try not to, and you know how to push up to make a comeback, right?
We got the push out right there.
Yep,
He's still
right
injured.
out. And that's it, 6-0.
And that would give you Dalton Rogers from Michigan as your FILA Cadet champion at the 39 kilos.
And what happens is a lot of times in this instance, say this young man's family already may schedule a vacation, or he may go on and wrestle freestyle and win freestyle. So then they have to make a choice if they're going to do freestyle or Greco.
And of course, like, you know, as far as you're concerned, you'd love them to do Greco. You're funny, Ike, sometimes, I tell you. But every year,
it's the real style.
You brighten my life when you walk in the door, Ike. I know you always got to complain about something, but we take care of you, don't we?
Yes. This is a great event. Chris, you do a great job hosting it. And that's why it keeps coming back here.
Well, I hope that's what we want. The University of Akron likes having it here. Alan Hoon is a great host for this facility. As you know, as you look around and see the room in this facility, it's been a really nice weekend here so far, and we're looking forward to a lot more wrestling. Now we're going to move up to the 46 kilo weight class, and we're looking at from the finals here.
Well, we're waiting to get the name of the young wrestlers, but I can tell you the wrestler in the blue corner is being coached by an Olympic silver medalist named Brandon Paulson, and he's from Minnesota. So.
So Mitchell McKee from Minnesota, and Danny Boychek from New Jersey.
They gave 2 red, 3 red.
Now, in that case, they were both going out and they were on their knees. They called them a 1 in that position.
Yeah, in Greco, it's not. Greco is whoever goes out of bounds first.
Okay.
First foot out. Doesn't matter if you're on your hands, knees. Again, we do the real wrestling on this side. It's not like freestyle.
Okay. I know you like to make that dig in freestyle, but
yeah,
you got some of those kids
see,
out there that like it.
In freestyle, that wouldn't be a point because they were on their knees. And see, in Greco, we just keep wrestling.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, as I said earlier.
So score.
Score's a score, yeah.
There you go. Okay,
hands,
I got you.
Knees, fits.
He's working for a push out here again.
Yeah, Blue did a great job.
Had him tied up in that front headlock, pushed him out.
Yeah, they got it right. Yep.
It's 4-0 right now with 16 seconds to go.
It's actually 4-1.
Oh, there you go, just the 1 up there.
Yeah. Blue did a good job pushing him out. Oh, he's got a couple seconds. His coach is asking for it. Oh, very good. Good defense on Red's part. Very good defense on Red's part. I would say both of these young men are well coached here. As I said, the blue wrestler is being coached by an Olympic silver medalist. Over here, Brandon. And the gentleman from New Jersey is being coached by Scott Green. He's formerly from New York. He was a state coach there. He's coached a couple of the cadet and junior world teams with us. So, and I can tell you right from the first match to this match, you can see these 2 young men have a little more strategy. They're going for inside control, trying to get to the body.
You're getting more movement. You're getting that action. They're on their toes, looking for the angle, pushing and shoving. A little more flurry here and there. And we're tying up and looking for the inside control again. Now, you know, when we start in that clinch position and they push away, do you see coming in the future that you have to stay in that position and score, or are you going to think that they're going to allow them to keep doing that? I mean, it's basically useless if they're going to push out.
I can't speak for FILA, but I'd rather not even have it because it is. I mean, it's useless if they're not going to stay in and wrestle.
Right.
I like it if the contacts, they start and they stay in there until a score is scored. I'm all for it, but if they're just going to allow them to keep pushing out, just take it away.
You're good. Don't even mess with it unless it's broken.
And we're hand fighting here, basically.
Yeah, we're
looking
hand
for
fighting.
an angle.
Again, I told you both of these young men are being well coached here. And again, you see the red wrestler's not doing much because his coach probably told him, hey, we're up one period. I think that you can defend, so let's don't put yourself in trouble. The kid in blue, he was definitely the more aggressive. He was trying 2-on-1s and underhooks. Now it comes down to who can defend here.
Now in the FILA Cadets, they are allowed to reverse gut. They can choose which way they want, just like the university.
Just like the university, same rules.
He's looking for a low gut.
Yeah.
He's still digging to try to get it over there.
He's just not tight enough. His coach, yeah. Did a really good job defending, as I told you. I mean, that's probably was his strategy from his coach in his corner. So.
Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the 50 kilos.
Yeah, 110. And I know these two young men. You got Nordstrom, who's in blue from Florida. His brother was Kevin Nordstrom, junior national champ last year. And Ethan is from Missouri. And both of these young men have been out to the Olympic Training Center to a bunch of developmental camps. So
basically, we're going to have a lot of hand fighting and a lot of movement here.
no, I think Kyle Nordstrom, he likes scoring. He loves the body lock position, so I think he's going to try to get there. And Ethan's a really good thrower also, especially arm throws and headlocks. But as I say that, you know, it might come into a pummeling hand fight matches and a parterre position.
Right. Well, as long as they're moving, they're creating the action and looking for that inside control, something's got to happen here. But again, we're going to be going down to the 32nd position if they do not score at this point. A lot of quick action. There's an arm toss.
What I tell you, Nordstrom is really a quick kid. And I think it was a breaking action because we really don't know the score here. We had one from one guy, 3 and 2, and so we have 3 different scores.
The officials bringing them up to the table to talk to the other officials to clarify it so that the coaches understand what the scores were. So they make sure that they know what move was hit and the position that the scoring was in.
Yeah, it was a quick flurry. You know, I'm hoping someone shows me the score, and the score is 2-1. So I think they gave Ethan, the kid in the red, 1 point for a takedown, and then Nordstrom 2 for a turn. That's the only way I can see it. So Nordstrom's winning here.
Down to 20 seconds. Hand fighting again here.
Yeah, and then here we go again. And in Nordstrom corner, in the blue kid, we have another Olympian coaching these young guys. Sean Sheldon, 1992 fourth place in the Barcelona Olympics. He's actually a two-time Olympian, 88 and 92.
So he kind of joins you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you got three, you get together. I'm sure you guys have something to talk about.
A little bit. Sean and I were on the team in 88. Also, Sean and I were club team members. We wrestled for the New York AC and lived in Albany, New York. So, again, it's kind of nice to see all these guys giving back to the program. And you see a lot more at the cadet level, where they go back to their states and they're coaching these young men.
Well, hopefully they're coaching them up to be able to be Olympians someday like they were.
Yep.
We got the action back in the middle again. And Nordstrom is up by 1 period. He won the first period. 0-0 in the second period. 1:36 to go. One of them's looking for an advantage somewhere. We got to find out where they're going to score. Trying to find an opening here. Yeah,
and you notice that the last two matches, these kids that are being coached by these Olympians, they have a little strategy going, about some of these guys that have coached on the international level. Nordstrom's not doing as much as he did before. He's not stalling, but, he's pummeling here, looking for his angle. He knows he's up 1 period. I guarantee you Coach Sheldon told him to keep his arms in, not to make too many mistakes, and try to win the match in the parterre position, because he's not as aggressive as he was in the first period with attacking the body.
Now for some of you guys out there, that parterre position is when they are on the mat. The guy gets on top, the other guy's on the bottom. And the guy that is going to be on top has to score, like we talked to you about that when we were in the university level.
Yeah, and since it's the second period, now red's down and blue's on top. And as I said, I think that's what Coach Sheldon told his young man. It's like, let's don't make any mistakes. I think you can turn this guy. And we're going to see here, almost. He's got him trapped arm.
He did get his 2 on there and another 2.
He's got another 2. And he did a really good job there, Nordstrom did.
We're down to 13 seconds. He's got 4 points right now.
That's really smart wrestling on his part. He showed that he can score points on his feet. His coach was just wanting to see what he could do in the parterre position, and he's a complete wrestler there.
So Nordstrom wins the 50-kilo FILA Cadet Championship. Now we're going to be moving on to the next weight class. This would be the 54-pound or the kilo weight class. We got James Flint from Florida. And who do we have from Minnesota here?
Minnesota and Florida. And in the corner, we have two Olympians coaching these kids. We got Brandon Paulson again and Sean Sheldon. And Sean now resides in Florida, so this is not uncommon because we have a Florida kid in Minnesota. Everyone knows that Brandon's from Minnesota, wrestled for the U of M. And again, was 96 silver medalist in the games in Atlanta in Greco-Roman wrestling.
There you go. Now the other wrestler is Tristan Manderfield from Minnesota. And he is in the blue. So basically, we're going to see somewhat like the last match that we were here. You got the Olympians coaching you in the corners, and it's going to be a strategy match more than just kind of a free-for-all here.
Yeah, these two, as cadets, normally you see them doing free fall. But these two young men, being coached by these two coaches with their Olympic caliber, they have a strategy. The Minnesota kid here is, trying to get his 2-on-1. And it looks like the Florida kids are doing the same. And we're, they want to see what they can do in the parterre position here.
The red will be on top in this first period.
And as we said in the university, once two really good wrestlers get together, on the feet usually is not a lot of scoring. So it is going to be happening in the bottom game. And the red wrestler turns them with a nice tight gut wrench.
That was James Flint from Florida. He's trying to pull him down with the front headlock. The Blues got to go. He's got to score here in the last 6 seconds. Means James Flint will win the first period here.
Yeah, that was a nice tight gut wrench by Mr. Flint. He probably learned that from Mr. Sean Sheldon a few times.
Good possibility. Good possibility. Well, you see that, and a lot of kids will get to that position, and they ain't getting it right off the bat, and then they change over. They don't stay with it long enough to be able to drive and keep driving until they get that score.
Yeah. But in that case, it was really tight. He had it really tight. So.
Hand fighting, banging the heads, looking for position. And again, like I said before, they're staying in the center. They don't get too much push-outs right now so far.
No, these two young men, they're both trying to get that 2-on-1. They're doing a good job. Like I said, they're well coached here. They both have Olympic, caliber wrestlers coaching them. So.
Working the strategy, staying in the middle, looking for an opening,
trying
to find a weakness.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the body, trying to create angles, But, the red guy's well coached and the blue guy's well coached. So it's not like they're just standing out there like trying not to do anything. Both of these young men are really trying to score on their feet. But, they're clearing their wrists very well. They're getting out of the 2-on-1. The young man in blue's trying to get a front headlock, but the guy in the red's, doing a good job blocking him.
They're coming down to the 32nd.
Yeah.
Now it will be Blue's turn to be on top, and he has to score to win the period.
I see him wiping his arms off here. That's a very veteran thing to do because you get sweaty and you really want to get a tight grip. You make sure that there's no sweat on your arms. I think he learned that from Brandon, from Paulson. There it is. There it is.
Nice tight gut.
Yep.
Got the 2 on that one. So now all he has to do is stay on top and stay in control. He really doesn't have to score.
Nope, he did his job. He scored here. And they both have 2 points here. So somebody scores on their feet, we're having a referee, But I don't know if a lot of you noticed that, but that's a veteran move by the young man in blue. He made sure that his arm was nice and dry because he was going to do that gut wrench. And I guarantee you his coach, Paulson, taught him that. It's no need to try something all sweaty,
Right. Well, yeah, you don't want to slip at all because the tighter it is, the better for you.
So that was a great move on his part.
Coming down into the third period here now, and it's a split right now. Both of them have won a period.
Both of them have scored 2 points. They're both on gut wrenches. So let's see.
Arm spin here.
Arm spin. Nope. But
Good defense.
Action. Yeah,
Good defense.
Good defense. Good action on Red's part trying to get a score. That shows you that they don't want it to go to the referee picking their color out of the bag, and that they want to win it on their own. I think both young men are fearing that being on bottom.
Well, both of them got the turn from the bottom, so they know they both have good gut wrenches, so somebody's going to have to score here on their feet. They're going to have to keep going at it to get it.
Yeah.
Still trying to pull him down for that front headlock.
Yeah, Blue's doing a good job. He's trying to get the front line headlock, and at the same time, he's not letting the guy high dive him. You know, so he's keeping his head in the middle. And Red's doing a great job of keeping his chin free so the guy can't control him.
We're down to 8 seconds left, and we're going to have a choice here.
Yep.
Now, again, like we said before when we were at the universities, the official on the mat has to come over to a bag. He's going to have to choose one of the balls that's in the bag. And that ball is in another bag inside, so he can't really look in there to see what color it is. And now he pulls out the blue. That means the blue wrestler
has to go on top.
Has to go on top.
Has to score. Again, you notice the blue wrestler trying his arms off. This is it for him. And Red's trying to get a little break here.
Dig for a tight gut wrench.
Oh.
He's got his arms locked. We'll see what happens here.
Yep.
He had him there before. He's got it really tight.
No.
Got good positioning. Oh, he broke the lock. He's got to get back to it. He's got 11 seconds here. 11 seconds. He's going to have to dig hard to get this 11 seconds. 5 seconds.
Didn't get it as tight. Didn't get it as tight as he did the first time. And Red did a great job of moving the whole time that time. So
that would be James Flint from Florida. That wins the 54-kilo weight class in the FILA Cadets. Now we're going to be moving on to the 58-pound weight class, or kilo weight class, which is 127-pound weight class. Checking to see who we have here. Anthony Gerardo from New Jersey. And in the other pool, we had Dylan Lucas from Florida. Dylan will be in the blue.
So another Florida kid.
And Anthony will be in the red.
And where'd you say Anthony's from?
Anthony is from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
A lot of head ties here, a lot of underhooks, looking for that angle again. And as we get bigger and bigger with these guys, you're going to see these kids get stronger, a lot more movement. Hopefully the heavyweights will be movement again. We had some good matches over there with the university kids. So let's hopefully that's where we head.
Yeah, the cadets. And you know, the cadet kids are doing a very good job right now. They're controlling their ties. That was a great underhook, arm spin by the Florida kid, the kid in the blue.
So he got 5 points. He had 2 turns in that position.
Yep.
And that's Dylan Lucas from Florida. Hand fighting, working inside, trying to get
Yeah.
that underhook again. Here we
Lucas
go.
is
Got a
controlling-
nice arm.
Oh.
Got a nice arm. Looking for that tilt. Cannot reach for the legs, so he has to try to pull that with the arm only.
And the kid in the blue did a good job with his underhook. No, he scrambled out for one. Nope. Oh, that's red. That's red. 5-2. Red did a good job scrambling there.
We're down to 8 seconds left in this period. And it is 5-2. Dylan Lucas from Florida will win that first period. Coaches are in the corner again. We have some Olympic coaches from the last one.
Well, yeah, Sean Sheldon is in the corner of all the Florida guys. Over in the red corner, his name is Ivan Dochev. He's actually from Bulgaria, and he's actually a freestyler teaching Greco-Roman wrestling. He works with a friend of mine named Ivan Ivanov, who was a Bulgarian Olympian, took 5th in the 96 Olympic Games. Ivan and I are very good friends. So, again, they're well coached.
And you seen there, it looked like Anthony had a nice body lock right there.
That was Anthony. And Lucas tried to body lock, but Anthony took it away from him. And going to do a nice gut wrench. Ivan is known for, the Bulgarians are known for their gut wrenches. And this one looks pretty tight. And I think he's trying to attack him. Yeah.
Two more, and that is a tech for that period.
It's split here, and we have a match here. You know,
that's what we come here for, though, right?
Yeah, Dylan Lucas of Florida controlled the match in the first period, and this Anthony came out in the second period and controlled that period. So you can see Coach Dolchev is working with him very hard here, trying to keep him psyched up, telling him he's still in this thing. And you just notice Anthony went to a position that he won just now. Oh, he backed out of the over and underhook position. That's where the match changed right there, when he was in that over and underhook position and took that throw away from Lucas, from Dylan. So.
Come on, Dylan.
Being in the third period, they're going to be a little bit more cautious right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Both of them have scored.
I assume the score is tied. I'm not sure. It was 6.
It was 5-2, and then it was 6-0.
So the red wrestler, if they ended up going to the third period, to the 30-second mark with no score, the red wrestler will get his choice.
In that position, which way would you score? Which would you choose?
For me right now, because the red wrestler was really strong in that gut wrench position, I'm taking top. And if I'm his coach, I would tell him to take top. I think that he has a better chance of turning his opponent than he would defending.
Okay.
But again, I'm not. I haven't coached this young man, so Coach Dolchev will have to make that decision right now. And as I can see him, he's looking over at me now. Yeah, Coach Dolchev looked over at me, and it was a tough decision for him. But I think he thought like I thought. His kid really had a really tight gut wrench in that second period, and I'm going to go with my game. You know, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to go with my best move. No, it's an attention. Well,
okay, the officials are going to have a conference here.
We have a conference here. And I'm going to put my 2 cents into this. They're young kids. They don't know all the rules. I think you got to give them an attention. You can't just penalize them right off the bat. And I understand that Coach Sean Sheldon's over here yelling for it, but yeah, so I'm not sure. I think that This is going to be a really tough.
What's the call? Is it a call? It's caution. Wait a minute. It's caution red, one blue, and he loses position.
Yeah, here, you know, again, this is my opinion and my opinion on it. Coach Dolchev is
He's not allowed to do both knees.
No, he was on the ball knees. He was like that.
Yes, no, he was not. He was on both knees.
No.
Coach, he was on both knees. Yes, he was.
So now he lost his position and
yeah,
gave the
he
other
lost
one
his position and he lost 1 point, and you know, pretty much with a caution, he's in big trouble.
He's got 20 seconds
he's got
to go.
20 seconds to try to score 2 points. 1 point's not going to do him any good. He's got to score 2 points. So. Yeah, but the caution, he still has to. Yeah, the coach thinks he won. He needs another point. There's 3 seconds on it, but coach, the red wrestler is going to be very disappointed because he had a caution on him. His coach thinks he's going to win, but he's not. Because of the caution, loses the match for him. Again, as I said earlier, again, I think that they're young wrestlers. In that case, I'm the referee. I would have told him and made sure that he knew the correct position.
Right.
It's really hard. But
Nice job. Yes.
So Dylan Lucas from Florida will win that the 58 kilo.
and that was a very good match. I would rather see it come down to kids winning and losing on their own merit. So
Now we're going to the 63 kilos.
yeah, this is Hayden Toomer, correct?
This is Hayden Tuma from Idaho and
And
we
Gio
have
Martinez.
Jordan Martinez, yes.
It's actually Gio. Hayden was on the cadet world team last year at 58 kilos. And Gio Martinez was runner-up in Fargo at the Junior Nationals last year. Both are really good young men. Hayden's coached by Ivan Ivanov, one of my good friends, and Coach Dolchev over here. So
Got some good action in the first part of this match right here. They're moving,
yeah,
getting some angles, looking for those ties and looking for that head duck. Trying to find that weakness of your partner. Just feel it out a little bit, see the movement, see if you can push him around a little bit. Still a little pushing and shoving, trying to figure out where they're going to go and what's going to work for them. Looking for a 2-on-1 there.
yeah,
And we're coming down to 30 seconds.
yeah.
So that means blue will go down and red will be on top for the first period. Now Martino's is from Colorado.
Yeah, he's from Colorado. He's a kid that trains at the
Training
Olympic
center.
Training Center with us. So I've seen him in the room a couple. You know, he comes in. He wrestles a lot of freestyle, but he comes by and does a little Greco once in a while. But he's done a great job here getting to the finals. So Hayden Toomer is a really good wrestler here down on the bottom. Has really good defense there.
Stayed nice and solid, so that
Yes.
means Hayden will
win the first period.
win the first period. Did not get turned, and blue wins that one. Now we're going to go into the second period. What do we got? You've seen some of these guys wrestle before?
Yeah, again, Hayden Toomer's being coached by Ivan Dolchev and Ivan Ivanov. He's probably not going to put himself in a lot of trouble here. He's going to do exactly what he did in the first period. He's going to work his 2-on-1s, arm drags, looking for a few slide-bys, and just take 1 point. I think he thinks he's confident enough that he could going to win in that parterre position. But he has double unders here, and just great athletic movement by Martinez to get out of it. But Hayden staying on him, and nice big turn here with the front headlock.
Nice and solid. He's got a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
He's always working. He's moving to one side or the other. Looking for that trapped arm, and it looks like he's got it right there.
Yep.
He's looking to finish it up. He's keeping that trapped arm.
And this is where I think that he was going to be tough, is in that parterre position. But, you saw how he did a great job of just getting where he wanted to be to score.
And that was Hayden Tuma from Idaho, winning the 63-kilo weight class. We're going to be going to the 69-kilo weight class next here. And we're getting some good action out of these young cadets. I mean, we've seen the university level. We had some good movement. They stayed in the middle. There's not too many push-outs. That's a good thing. They're learning to use inside that circle. Yeah,
that's attributed to all those young coaches out there like Sean Sheldon, Brandon, Ivan Ivanov, Mike Powell. They're teaching these kids some, the basic fundamentals of, Greco-Roman wrestling. So the kids got some skills, They're just not out pushing and shoving and.
Well, as we got Xavier Montalov from Illinois. I'm trying to find out who we have here is Grant Lamont from Utah.
And Xavier is from Illinois in the blue, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the Illinois boys. I think Xavier is actually from Coach Mike Powell's program, which that program produces Ellis Coleman. And I see Coach Powell sitting over in the corner. And so he coached Ellis Coleman. If everyone doesn't know Ellis Coleman, he's famous for what we call the flying squirrel. Did that in our Junior World Championships last year. And this young man's coached by Coach Powell. So
a little more pushing and shoving, strength here.
Yeah, as you said earlier, we're getting up into the bigger weights, so strength comes into factor a little bit more. I would like to see both young men, like the last match, either trying to get a 2-on-1 or an underhook. They pretty much stood around, so.
Nice, tight,
yeah,
high gut.
That was a very tight
Man, there goes another one, too. He locks it up. He knows it.
Yeah. And maybe that's why he didn't want to do too much stuff
on his feet
and get in trouble. He knew he had a nice gut wrench, and it was nice.
Yeah, there was pretty much no defending those. I mean, he had a lot of shoulder pressure. The way he had it locked was really tight. He's confident with it.
Yeah, well, the pressure, the defense of that is to move and not let him get it so tight.
So Lamont will win the first period with 2 guts with a 4-0 score.
And now Blue's got to make some adjustment. I'm wondering if he's going to make an adjustment to try to score a point on his feet, or he's going to see if he has a nice tight gut wrench. But from what I've seen, that he might want to try to take this match on his feet.
So they push right back out.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a waste of time
Yes.
to tie him in there like that. I still think we got to figure either something out. Either they're gonna penalize him for pushing away.
Yeah.
And not locking into something, or they're going to go back to the old way.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I like the position. I like to see us wrestle in that position. And, I don't think it's too difficult to ask the referees to, like, make them stay in that position. So.
Are they still sitting over there? Are they still sitting over
A lot of the officials were surprised when they changed this rule this year. I know the Ohio officials, when I was talking to them about it, is that they thought there was going to be a lot more tossing right off the bat.
Yeah, well, we also thought that, but no one makes them stay in. So, if they had to stay there until a point was scored, I think we would see more scoring out of it. Lamont looks like he's trying a little bit more on his feet, but the young man in blue looked like he's content with going to play the parterre game. So he must have a good gut wrench, too.
We're coming down the last 9 seconds before the parterre.
Again, like I said, if I was coaching the young man in the blue, he would be like getting underhooks and trying to get to the body right now. Especially I wanted to make sure this red wrestler was tired.
Right, yeah, to
when
keep
he
him
goes
moving
down.
and wear him out a little bit.
So that I can get my gut wrench and turn him.
Well, he's looking for that gut. It looks like he's got some nice long arms. He's just going to have to dig in there and see what he can do with it.
Yeah, he doesn't have it tight, though. It's very loose lock. Red's doing a lot of movement on the bottom, so, yeah, see, he lost it again. Oh, but he might have him here. He got him up.
Nope, slipped through.
Oh, no. The official gave him one. They got him off the mat. 1 point for the lift throw. If I'm this guy. Oh. And they're challenging the throw. Red saying that they weren't lifted up off the mat. It's kind of tough for him to hit this angle, but I think it was awful close. He picked him up once, and once his feet comes off the mat, Chris, usually that means that you're off the mat, and if he throws you, it's a point.
Who's going to replay it?
So
Going to replay it?
we're just the color commentators. We don't.
Yeah,
we
don't touch that. We're just working on it.
We have the officials here thinking that we know how to run the video camera and replay things, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be a while because Chris doesn't know how to do it, and it's not a camera that I'm familiar with. And if I touch it and break it, it's going to come out of my salary, and I don't make enough money for that. Right, young man? And the little man that's running the camera next to me also doesn't want to do it. You don't know how to do it? He says no either.
He knows how to push the button to start it, though.
So we're waiting for Adam to come. That's something that they didn't teach Chris and I, is how to replay the video review camera.
So in this position and what's happening right now, like they're going to video review, they're going to watch the video, then the official's got to make a decision on whether he was on his feet when that happened to make that toss, or whether he scored or not on his knees.
Yeah, the first thing the official's going to look at, if he ever came off the mat and in that lift position. If he came off the mat, it doesn't matter if he puts his foot back down, as long as the blue wrestler threw him. And from my opinion, I think that it's going to be a tough call right there. Right there is where they want to go. So
he did lift him.
Yeah, he did lift him. And what they're looking to see if his feet were ever off the mat. So, and I heard one official just now.
You're a non-official.
I'm a non-official, so I don't count.
What you guys have to do is you go back out to the center and score it.
I don't, as Adam, who's reviewing, says I don't count, and it is. I don't count. Adam and I are saying letting them know that we think that it's off, but they make their own decision. And so here we go. They're going back to the middle.
Well, both feet are off the mat right now, so you can see it at that position. And he froze it at that point, so both feet are off the mat.
And they're still making a decision. Well, what's happening here is the referee on the mat called it one, the judge called it one, and now the jury's trying to make a decision. And I have Chris here. I think Chris is trying to make him do the rules to the letter here. Yeah.
The decision have made their decisions. They will show it. It's one blue on the mat. That will end that.
Yeah, it took a while,
period.
ladies and gentlemen, but the jury finally decided with the referee and the judge, it's 1 point. It's now. Is that correct? Now it's 1-1. Each wrestler has won a period. 1-1. This is the third period. Lost the challenge plus. So after the referee's explaining the scenario to the coach in the red, so now I'll help you guys. The red corner challenge, not only did the blue wrestler get 1 point for the period, because they challenged, the blue wrestler got another point. So the actual score of this match is 2-2. And we're in the third period.
Now, when they scored those two, the one was for a turn and got 2 points. This one here was a 1 and a 1.
Yeah.
So the 2 point would override.
No.
Or no?
No. It does not override. I have the score now is tied. In FILA's eyes, in the referee's eye, the score is tied.
Okay, so it was 4.
Oh, he scored 4?
Yeah, it was 4 in the first period.
I was just told by Chris the red wrestler scored 4. So the score is 4-2. Red still has his choice.
All right.
But he's out of challenges, though. So hopefully nothing happens in this match. His red corner needs the challenge.
Just hand fighting it, looking at to see what they got. They got 30 seconds left before we go to the parterre.
And I assumed that this was going to happen, after Red lost the second period. His coach probably told him not to do much, and we're just going to take top and turn him again. Or he may take bottom. That was a difficult lift that he got scored on. But again, I would have liked to see a little more action. Blue should have taken a little more chances being down. Okay? And Red did what I would think that he was going to do. He's going on top because he turned him before with ease.
He's going to look for that trapped arm gut because he's pretty tight with that.
Well, he's just doing a regular gut.
He's just going to have a regular gut here.
Yeah, he's just doing a regular gut. A little regular mid-gut, this is called. And he's doing a good job driving his feet and turning them.
Nice and solid.
Yeah.
13 seconds left. He's still looking to score.
Yeah, he turned them again, so. And the red guy wins. The red wrestler wins. We have an Ohio boy out here.
Yes,
we
we do.
Know him by.
Nick Corba, yes. He wrestles in all our qualifiers, wrestling the state tournament. He is on our national team to go to Fargo.
And Nick is wrestling Chandler, right? Chandler Jordan?
Yes.
And he's from Washington?
Yes.
And here's our position that Chris loves. Likes this position, but no. Oh, this time everyone stayed in the lock. And we're going to see what happens. Oh, nice three-point throw by Chandler. And fall. Nice and quick action. And I think that's what that position was intended to be when FILA put it in, that they wanted to see people wrestle out of that position.
That's what we talked about. That's why I was wondering, and we've got somebody that went to that lock finally. So.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons a lot of other kids push out of that position, because of guys like Jordan just now. The gentleman in the red just locked it up and threw. It was a really good throw, ladies and gentlemen.
What we got here?
Raymond O'Donnell from Pennsylvania.
Okay, we've got Raymond O'Donnell from Pennsylvania and Ricky Robertson from Illinois at the 85.
And you saw just
kilos.
What happened after the last period. Both guys pushed away really quick this time. But the guy in the blue now is got an underhook. Is trying to get in there. Oh, very good by the blue wrestler. We have a caution and a 1 here. One, I thought he blew the whistle earlier, but...
No, I'm not challenging. I just got a question.
Does this belong over there? In red.
I can't ask a question.
The blue coach came up... So we have a 1 and a caution on the blue wrestler, and I think one of the reasons that they cautioned him, Chris, was that they felt like he was fleeing the hole and fleeing the mat.
Right, when he came up in front of us here, it looked like he was going towards the edge of the mat and started to stop the move.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to stay in bounds. And actually, by him fleeing the hole, he actually, the red wrestler didn't have a chance to turn him. So the referees the only other thing they could do is reward him for the fleeing. Oh, and red just now threw a nice headlock. I'm not sure why they didn't score that already, but I see him counting, but I don't see any points up.
He's got that pretty tight. He's got that arm in there pretty tight.
He went down. It's a fall. Nice fall by Red. Actually, Red wrestled really well. Once he got his underhooks, he started getting to the body.
Settled in that position, was nice and solid. Did some good things there.
Pennsylvania boy. They grow them tough over there, don't they?
Oh, okay. We'll give them a little credit. Yes, they do. They always challenge us out in Fargo, too. It's usually a battle from the top 5 with Pennsylvania, Ohio.
Yeah.
A few other teams out there.
Teams.
New Jersey,
New York, Florida.
Why is it always
all the way the
eastern side? I don't know what it is.
It's because of those long, cold winters. We have another Ohio boy.
Josh Lerner. Yes, he is.
Josh Lerner.
Yep.
Against kid from Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan Garrett from Arizona.
Could you tell me about this young coach in the corner here from Ohio? I'm going to give you the guy in the blue.
Okay,
later.
This is Gavin Spillman. He is our national coach for the Greco team for Fargo. He was last year. His dad was a Greco
the Greco
clinician for us and an All-American.
His dad is Jim Spillman, a very good friend of mine, Jim Spillman. He's taught his kid how to coach. Gavin's a really young, up-and-rising coach. In the other corner, in the blue corner from Arizona, is Jim Martinez. Jim Martinez was an 84 Olympian. So, again, all these kids are getting some great coaches here. Jim was an 84 Olympian.
Gavin's been doing a great job for us. I mean, he's he's putting his time in. Him and his dad run some clinics down at Ashland University, and they're working with a lot of new things for our Greco. They're starting to build the program a little bit bigger for us. Our teams are getting bigger, and things are happening for us pretty good.
You see the kid from Arizona went from the underhook to the body. That's probably one of Coach Jim Martinez's specialty. And Jim's from the Michigan area. He's not from Arizona, folks. He moved out there for the nice, warm, sunny weather. He loves it out there, but he's back from the Midwest.
So Garrett Ryan right now in the blue is up 3-0 with 24 seconds left to go. So we have to score as Josh Lerner's got to score right away here. And he's got to have a 3 to get it.
Yes.
He did score the 3.
He scored the 3, but he made a mistake by
got caught.
Got caught. And that's a fall.
He got caught on his back. He had a nice turn.
Well, yeah, I like it.
He should have sprawled out of there and left it and let it go.
Yeah, and actually he would have won the period. Because 3-3, he scored the last 3.
Yep. And that will go to Garrett Ryan from Arizona at the 85-kilo weight class. We're coming down to the last weight class, and I think this one has already been decided.
It has?
Yes, the heavyweights are done, as all I was told. There was only a few matches there, and there wasn't too many kids in that weight class at this point.
Okay.
So they were already awarded. So this was
That was 100.
The 100. Last one?
Yeah.
It was 100 kilo.
It was
yes,
100 kilos.
Well, it says 85 to 100. I'm sorry. So, but the heavyweights are done, and our champion at the heavyweight was Michael Johnson Jr. from Pennsylvania.
Very nice. Well, as it was a pleasure, Chris. And as we said earlier, the winners of this will be on our Cadet World team. They get the first choice to go into the Cadet Worlds in Azerbaijan in August. And number 2 guy has the right to go to the Pan Am Championships this July. So I'm going to put the mic down and go talk to a few of them.
Sounds good. And thank you, Ike, for all your help here today.